Jason Statham has been making the same movies for over 20 years now. And this movie, Shelter, is no different. Arguably even worse, in my opinion. This did nothing for me. I'm your host, Aaron Haig, and on our laptop today is...
Your other host, Libby Collins.
And welcome back to the 7th episode of the Forget the Critics podcast. Today we are going to be diving deep into this new Jason Statham movie, as well as doing some games and bits today. We've only watched one movie this week, so we're going to try and pick it up a little bit with some interesting games I've made. First, right off the rip, what we're going to do is I've seen this played by multiple movie podcasts. I'll give one main shout out to the Escape Pod podcast. Libby, what we are going to be doing is drafting movies. And at the end of the year, we're going to be looking back at the movies that we have drafted, and whoever has the most money from box office all together is going to be the winner. So I have 12
What do we win?
Do you want to put some stakes on the line here?
Yeah, I do.
Should we do a consequence for the loser?
Yes, we should.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think the loser should have to do if they lose?
I don't know. Let me think about it for a little bit. I'll get back to you.
Okay, we'll come back to it at the end. But moving forward, so here's what it's going to be. I've got 12 movies here on the list. We have talked about all 12 of these movies on here. So Libby, you should have no problem like picking through these movies because you already have an idea of what these movies are going to be about. But we're only going to draft 5 each. There are going to be 12 to pick from though. And then, so like I said, at the end of the year, say one of these movies made $1 billion. There's $1 billion added to your total. And maybe in the end you have 5 billion because all your movies did $1 billion, which would be crazy. Then I would have to beat that 5 billion score. So this is how it's going to work.
Can I pick first?
Yeah, I'll let you pick first because I kind of have a better idea on these movies and I made the list. I'm going to read off the list each time you are ready to pick, just so then you can get a fair chance of picking these movies. Does that sound good?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to read through the 12 right now. First, Avengers Doomsday. Number 2, The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan. 3 is Spider-Man Brand New Day. 4 is Toy Story 5. 5 is going to be Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu. Number 6 is Mortal Kombat 2. Number 7 is Scream 7. Oh, that's ironic. That was in 7th. 8 is The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. Number 9 is going to be Project Hail Mary. Number 10 is Disclosure Day. Number 11 is Dune Part 3. And number 12 is going to be Supergirl. I'm going to highlight your picks in pink. But out of those 12, which one would you like to draft first? And you want to draft on what you think will make, like, when I'm talking box office, this is worldwide. So you want to pick a movie that you think everyone worldwide is going to be going to.
I want the Marvel
really?
one.
Okay, good pick. All right. She picks Avengers Doomsday. I'm going to pick, for my movie, I'm going to have to go with Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think that's going to be a solid number 1 pick for me. Do you want me to read off the movies again for you, or no?
No. I want the Star Wars Mandalorian.
Ooh, really? All right. This is a movie. I want to know if this is a hot take, but I think The Mandalorian and Grogu, I've already had a conversation with one of my friends about this. This movie is either going to be a, 1 billion plus movie, do really well in the Star Wars franchise, or it's going to be a complete flop and it's going to be a mistake making the same movie. So I'm curious to know what you guys think about this movie. I'm very curious to watch this movie. I think it's going to be really cool because Baby Yoda is just awesome. How do you not like Baby Yoda? But I'm going to have to go with, for my second pick, The Odyssey. I think that movie's going to do awesome. So that is going to be my second pick. And then, do you want me to read them off, or are you ready?
Yeah, can you read them off again?
Okay. So the remaining movies are going to be Toy Story 5, Mortal Kombat 2, Scream 7, The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping, Project Hail Mary, Disclosure Day, Dune Part 3, and Supergirl.
I think I will do The Hunger Games next.
Ooh, okay, okay. I think that movie will do pretty well too, actually.
Okay.
All right. For my third movie, I'm gonna have to go with Toy Story 5. I think that's gonna get a ton
Really?
of people. Oh yeah, easily. Like
Do those normally? Oh, there's just so many of them. Do you think people
I
are
know,
tired of seeing the same thing?
possibly, but I mean, imagine all the kids that their parents are gonna bring them to the movies to watch.
True.
Like, I'm curious, how much money did Toy Story 5 make?
Toy Story 4?
Or yeah, do you have a guess?
No.
Oh, it made 1 billion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm taking Toy Story 5. It'll do well.
okay.
All right. Do you want me to read them off again to you? Or are you ready for your fourth pick?
Um, yeah, can you read them one more time?
Mortal Kombat 2, Scream 7, Project Hail Mary, Disclosure Day, Dune Part 3, and Supergirl.
Mm, I don't remember what Project Hail Mary is about. Is that the guy who's trapped on the spaceship?
Yeah. And
Yeah, okay. He
oh,
gets like a
I have
sidekick,
some
right?
news about that movie too. Once after
Okay,
your pick,
what?
I'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. What is Disclosure Day about again? I also
That's
forgot
the
that one.
one. That's the one where like I believe it's where the aliens. Someone has like found out that there's aliens on Earth, and they're trying to go for full disclosure around the Earth, but they're trying to stop it.
Oh. Dang, I don't know what to choose. I wonder if I
There's
wonder
two movies
the
I know.
first two Dune movies, you said they didn't make that much money individually.
No,
Okay, I'm not gonna choose that one. I
there's two movies you can't go wrong with here.
really? What are they?
I'm not gonna tell you because I'm gonna pick one of these.
You're gonna pick one?
I
Is it like Mortal Kombat? Is that what you're gonna pick?
no. I think Mortal Kombat is gonna be a great movie. I don't think it's worthy being in my top five.
Mm, I don't think it's worthy being in my top five either. Okay, wait, I'm so sorry. Read the list one more time. I'll make my decision.
Okay, I won't read Mortal Kombat because I feel like neither of us are gonna pick it. But Scream 7, Project Hail Mary, Disclosure Day, Dune Part 3, and Supergirl.
Okay, I'm probably gonna choose Scream 7.
Okay, that's a fair pick. I feel like a lot of people are gonna watch Scream 7. I also think Project Hail Mary is also gonna be a high watched movie because it's I mean, I've seen a lot of people who have read the book say that it's gonna be it should be the best movie of 2026 if it's as good
Wow.
as the book. Yeah. I think a lot of people are very excited to watch that movie, which is why I'm going to pick it for my fourth movie. I think you
Mm-hmm.
fumbled on that one. But I mean, Scream 7 is also a great pick. But what I was going to say about Project Hail Mary is I obviously neither of us have read the book. Um, but when I had first explained to you that movie, remember when I had said he was up there and he had to figure out why he was up there and he was not alone? And then we were like,
Yeah.
oh, why is he not alone? Like, what could that mean? And I had said,
Yeah.
I don't remember if you uh, recall this, but I had said that I think what they mean by he's not alone is maybe there's an alien on board. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's actually what's happening is there's an alien on board with him. And I literally
Okay.
had no idea of this movie and I pre-fired that. I think that's crazy that I did that.
Yeah, I agree.
You
How did
proud of
you?
me for that guess?
Yeah, how did you? You must have like
I'm just
had
that good
a.
at movies.
You had a "That's So Raven" moment where you like, you know how she gets the visions like through her eye and she
Yeah.
knows what's gonna happen. That's what happened to you. Okay, my we're only doing 5 picks.
Yeah, so this is your last one. So the Mortal Kombat 2's Disclosure Day, Dune Part 3, and Supergirl, the last movies here on the list.
I think I'm gonna go with Supergirl.
Okay. Fair pick. It's a DC movie. It'll do well. I think this is another hit or miss movie. I hope I'm wrong, but still I think it's a fair pick. I'm gonna have to go with Dune Part 3. Um, I think Disclosure Day is gonna be a good movie. I don't think it'll do better than Dune. So that is gonna be my
Mm.
final pick. Okay, so I'll read you off your drafted 5 movies, and we'll check back in at the end of the year. This is kind of like a long run game. I mean,
Yeah.
two of our movies we can't even see until December. So your
Which
top
ones?
5 picks: Avengers Doomsday and Dune. They don't even come out until December.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So your number one pick is Avengers Doomsday. Your number two pick was Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu. Your number three pick was The Hunger Games. Your number four pick was Scream 7. And then your number five pick was Supergirl. My number one pick was Spider Man Brand New Day. My number two was The Odyssey. My number three was Toy Story 5. My number four was Project Hail Mary. My number five was Dune Part 3. So Mortal
Mm.
Kombat and Disclosure Day did not make the cut.
That's okay.
But yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that list. I think that's pretty strong. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, we'll check back in at the end of the year, see who makes the most money, and you come up with that punishment by the end of this episode.
Loser has to do a whole, you know that game, where you put that plastic thing in your mouth and try to read a card?
Yeah,
Loser has to use that little plastic thing for our podcast.
the entire episode.
Yep.
That's gonna be terrible.
Okay, maybe just the intro. Actually, no, let's do something in public with it. You have to like order at a restaurant with that in your mouth.
Oh yeah. Should we go through a drive-through or actually order from the
Yeah, let's do a
drive-through?
drive-through.
Okay. All right. We'll lock that in and we'll record it and obviously we'll show it to you guys at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move into Shelter. And then once we're done talking about Shelter, we'll do another game that I have planned. It's a Would You Rather segment for Libby. Um, Without further ado, Shelter. I'm not very pleased with this movie. Libby disagrees with me, so we are going to be arguing about this movie. I'm going to start off with positives as we always do. I only have 2 written down. So I hope Libby can argue me and have some more positives for you guys because I don't see a lot for this movie. Starting with number 1, I think the relation with the girl in this movie was pretty nice. I think everything makes sense, especially with why he couldn't go with her. It didn't seem like stupid how he was deciding to not go with her. It made sense why he couldn't. So I think that relation with them the whole movie makes sense. And I think the character arc where she originally hated him and then really liked him because he's the only one that she had left was very cool to see.
Mm-hmm. I liked that too. Yeah, like the way that they realized that they were the only people that each other had, you know?
Yeah.
Like they didn't have family.
Yeah, it was a super cool like they weren't family, but it kind of felt like they're becoming a family bond type thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, very
Um
wholesome.
and then my other positive was the hand-to-hand combat in this movie was good. A lot of the times it had me like, damn, like that just happened. Like that was crazy. I remember watching some of the fighting scenes. I think it was maybe between Jason Statham and that hired assassin when they were in the tool shed or whatever when they were fighting. I thought that was pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool. That had me like, whew, that's some pretty good fighting.
Yeah. I right at the start, when that team of people like showed up at his lighthouse on their boat and he was just wiping them out. Okay, I liked all the little traps and everything he had set up to get people.
Yeah,
Like
that was pretty cool.
that one came up out of the sand and like dragged a guy out into the water. That one was so
Yeah.
cool.
Which, how was that in the water? It's actually kind of cool.
I don't know. That's so interesting if you think about it though. Like that, because that was how we realized that like this guy knows his stuff. Like he is a seasoned fighter.
You know, that's funny that you bring that up because I had said that I think this was a terrible movie to represent that he's a seasoned like secret op. I think it portrayed him as a secret op horribly.
You think so?
That's one
Why?
of my negatives. Let's just try like do you have any other positives to mention before I run into all my negatives?
No,
Or you
I'll
just
I'll
want to
come up
argue?
with positives for all your negatives because
Okay.
you're
Yeah,
so wrong about this
you just
movie.
argue me on this. Uh I'll just go right into the you just brought it up. You think he's a season I'll give it to you. Right? That does make him seem like he knows what he's doing. Was that those traps? I think also it shows a little bit that he's a secret op or whatever you want to call him. He's in this Black Kites group, which is like the elite. Like even some of the government hired assassins couldn't even kill him. So he's like the top of the top.
Hmm.
And I think if you have that name, if you have that title, you should be doing some crazy things that have me like, whoo, wow. And I think he does do that by yes, those traps, yes, his fighting, maybe a little bit of his knowledge by hiding his face from the cameras, and being able to switch cars, have that knowledge of switching cars, and the way he moves through a crowd. But I feel like there's nothing else that really shouts out at me, and maybe you could argue like that's enough for you. I just feel like it was plain. It was boring. I've already seen that. Like I've watched the Born Identities. I've already seen all of that. I want to see more, you know?
Well, I don't think it's supposed to shout out at you. I mean, spies are supposed to be, or he's not really a spy, but like he's
Yeah.
supposed to be kind of stealthy and everything he does is on the low. And I think that was actually represented really well in the movie. Um, and wait, what did you say? You said, oh, you've already seen that a bunch. Well, yes, it's a
Yes.
popular theme. It's popular because it does well. Like, are you tired of seeing just like this whole thing, or just in this movie were you tired of seeing that theme?
No, I'm not tired of seeing this theme because I like action. I just want to see it better. I don't think this did it very good.
Hmm.
You know what
Well,
I don't know.
you have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's like kind of old and he's obviously been hiding for a little while. So
I guess.
it's like he wasn't like fine-tuned like on his
Yeah.
A game. I
But
think for an old dude coming out of retirement, I think he did really good.
yeah. But also I think that where your age comes in, you should be able to pick that up a little bit better with maybe your gun handling. You see him use a pistol a little bit and he has pretty good accuracy, but I don't know, maybe I would have liked to see maybe him sniping or something else. Like he had a rifle but he never used it. I will, because of his old age and maybe he can't fight or maybe he can't be as like uh you know strategic. I want to see more of that be picked up in other ways that he's learned as being a secret op, handling a gun maybe. Because I know
Mm-hmm.
when I watched Jason Bourne in the Bourne Identities, he has a sniper. He does all this crazy stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't think it was very good at portraying that he's a secret op.
well, were you going into the movie thinking it was going to be just like the Jason Bourne movies?
No, I was going into this just I went in this with zero hate in mind. I didn't have any I didn't expect it to be anything. I just wanted to see what this was all about. And I actually had gone into this thinking that it could be interesting. And
Mm-hmm.
I after the watch, I wasn't too salty about it. I was like, okay, this is fine. But as I sat on it and as I was making my notes on it, I realized this was not good. Not terrible. You can watch it, but I just think it doesn't do good at what it's supposed to be. Like it's supposed to be a, this. Oh, I'll just keep going on my negative so I can explain why I don't like this movie. The beginning was so trash. So you don't see any action for 30 to 45 minutes. Okay. You just see him being a loner on this island, and you see the girl and her uncle bringing up supplies, and you don't actually have any action for 30 to 45 minutes. And if you want to say that the action was her almost drowning and him saving her, sure, go ahead. But I want to see fighting action, and you don't see that
Yeah,
because then
but
he
Aaron,
saved
that's
her.
just how movies have to build up.
It's too long. It's too long of a build-up.
No, it's not.
No, it's a terrible
Was
build.
it
It's
actually, bro, because you need background information. Did you want it to like
boom.
open up in a fighting scene and then like
Yes.
have like background okay, I guess I can agree with that. If they had
And you
started, I like when movies start in the middle, like almost at like the
Mhm.
climax of the action, and then they go back and you can kind of see like how it builds up to that, and then they take you back to that scene. I think
So
that
here's
could
the
have been
thing.
useful in this movie.
Yeah. Let me know what you think about this take. Here's the thing. They come to me, they're like, "Oh, Aaron, we're hiring you to help produce this movie. What do you think should change about this movie?" "Oh, well, thanks. That's a great idea. I'll help very much. Here's what I think should have happened. I think the beginning should have started with Jason Statham in his prime, and it should have started on that Black Kite mission where he was in that situation where he had to eliminate this innocent person, but you see that prime minister, whoever that guy was, being as cruel as he was and be like, no, kill him, eliminate him now. And Jason Statham was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna for once put humanity in front of the government, in front of just this job title. I'm gonna be a human for once. And he's like, I'm not gonna kill this guy. I want to see that background. I want to see him in action. And I want to see him, changing and be like, no, I'm not gonna kill this guy. And I want to see him how he actually goes into hiding. I don't care learning why he's in hiding throughout the movie. I want to see why he's in hiding and learning how, and then having like maybe a little bit of a jump into how he is living now.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I think that would have been interesting to like, because we never really got like a very good description. Like, yeah, they told us why he was in hiding, but there
Yeah.
wasn't, I guess, as much information as I would have liked to see.
And you know what else I think too?
What?
I think the reason he was in hiding was so lame. I don't think it was a very strong reason. Because he didn't want to kill a target he was supposed to kill, he all of a sudden decides to go to one of his friends and decide to like eliminate his name from the database and say that he's
Um, no,
KIA.
didn't he like bombed something?
No, that was that guy that wanted him dead had found out that he's still alive and that someone had hacked in and changed his identity to some like lumber guy, and then he changed his identity to that terrorist who bombed their agency. And so then that's why he was being that's why they were trying to kill
Oh.
him.
So he was just at risk of like probably being arrested or assassinated, and that's why he was hiding.
Yeah. Well, he was just hiding because he was done with the life. He was
Yes,
done with
but I think because he didn't like think about the consequences of not following through with your mission when that's literally your entire job. He
yeah,
probably would have been arrested or assassinated.
for not following his mission.
Yeah, for not killing that guy that he was supposed to.
I don't know. Would you be? You wouldn't be killed for that. You might be arrested. Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's an okay reason. He just wanted to escape the life. He didn't. I want to bring this up. He actually didn't know that he was being framed as a terrorist until he had met his friend who hid him in the beginning. So he was just running because they thought that they were trying to find him after all this time.
Yeah.
which
Do you not like that?
n- I don't know if I do or don't. I'm I don't really know because I mean, why would they be trying to kill him in the first place, man? Like if he was like, "Oh, they're coming after me because I've hidden myself for all this time." Wouldn't he just be smart enough to be like, "Wait, why are they trying to kill me right now? Like this isn't something they should kill me over." At least I don't think that's something they should kill you over. But that's why
Well, maybe it was, or maybe he just like didn't want to risk it because there's probably no way for him to go communicate that with the people trying to kill him. You know, he can't just like show
yeah,
up at the office and be like, "Hey guys, yeah, I'm actually not a terrorist." Like, no, they're blowing his brains out. Like,
yeah. Cuz I yeah, they had sent that one guy after him. Um but yeah, moving on. I've already a little bit explained this, but why did he not have a gun, Libby? Okay. He barely has a gun in the beginning. And that doesn't make sense to me. Okay. So
in his
here's an
lighthouse,
argument. Yes. He runs up with a knife. Why?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why don't you have a gun? Right? Because if you're worried
Maybe he didn't
about
have a lot
being
of time to like get to the island and he just had to quickly like find some place to hide himself. Or maybe he
Mm,
never thought he would need a gun. Maybe he thought he would just live there
he
like
could have
undetected for the rest of his life.
no way. I mean, being in that job, you gotta know eventually you'll be found. Unless he's just has that much of an ego. But I think he could have easily just asked the uncle to bring him a gun. I mean, they would have asked no questions. They're like, okay, bring you a gun. And the only argument I can see people make is he'd be traced by that gun, or they'd be able to find him because if he uses the gun. But it doesn't matter because if he has to use the gun in an emergency, he's already going to be leaving, or he's already going to be know his compromise or his cover is blown. So I don't know why he wouldn't just
Mm-hmm.
have had a gun. Which also brings me to another thing I didn't like is when he was running across that cliff to get to that boathouse, he should have been shot because that's an easy shot to me. There's lights shining down.
Yeah,
He's running in front of the lights. You're a big black blob. You can easily be seen.
I agree with you on that. I don't know how that whole like trained team of people, okay, how did they all get wiped out? You're telling me like they were like, oh yeah, let's split up. And then they all brought no fighting skills when it came
No,
time to like actually come face to face with him. Like, ugh,
none
people
of
are
them did.
always the worst fighters in movies.
Terrible. And that was just my biggest thing is like because he didn't have a gun, because he only had a knife, he had to put himself in a situation to me doesn't seem like a very smart situation that a secret op or whatever you want to call him would do. And it's running across a cliff with lights shining at you and you're so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a easy shot. I mean, you leave yourself wide open. um but my final negative that makes this movie an easily bad movie is they killed the dog, Libby. They killed a dog. That is like a cardinal sin when it comes to movies. You don't kill the dog. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
I
me?
was really disappointed that the dog had to die. The dog should have been able to live and like be saved with, the
Yeah.
girl. What was her name? Um,
Ooh,
oh my
I'm
gosh. I
forgetting
don't
the name.
remember what her name was.
I remember the dog's name though. It was Jack.
Jack. Yeah, you're right.
Or Jack.
Yeah.
And they had to include a little bit of suffering too. Like when he shot the dog, he was like crying and whimpering. Like, come on, man. You had to kill the
Well,
dog?
they had to make it realistic.
Just terrible, man. Those guys
I
deserve to
agree.
die.
I agree. Anytime a dog dies in a movie, it's like 9 times out of 10, it is so unreasonable and it's like
Yes.
unnecessary. The only time I can think of a movie I've watched where the dog actually needed to die was that one movie with Will Smith where there are some zombies and his German Shepherd gets bit and he has to kill it because it's going to turn into a zombie.
A zombie dog?
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I have seen that. I've seen clips of it. That
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
that's the only movie I can think of
Hmm.
where like it's necessary for the dog to die. Otherwise, oh my gosh, leave the animals alone. They didn't do
Yeah,
anything. I mean, yeah,
terrible.
that dog was like attacking him, but
It could
like you
literally
broke into the
be,
house.
yeah, it could literally be a 10 out of 10 movie, the greatest movie of all time. And if you kill a dog in the movie, instantly down like 2 points. Like you get
Yeah.
docked. Like it's an 8 out of 10 movie now, not a 10 out of 10.
What would you rate this movie out of 10?
Um, what would I rate this movie out of 10? I guess if I'm rating this movie based off of like action movies, uh s- I'm giving it like a 6 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're complaining about it, but like that's better than average.
I feel like I'm pretty like light on like I complain about it a lot. I don't think it was a good movie, but it wasn't like a terrible movie. Like what would a movie be under 5 for me? Um
That one movie we watched where there was like some sort of apocalypse. The couple was in their house and the girl just like stayed inside all the time and went crazy.
oh yeah, that
It,
movie was horrible.
I think it was called Dead Within. If you
Dead
guys ever
Within.
want to watch the worst movie,
Yeah.
go watch Dead Within.
That
That
movie was
movie is
terrible.
just, it's so bad.
It was a Tubi movie. That's why it was awful.
Yeah, that
Um
was a waste of our time.
but that is my review. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, I don't.
What would you rate it?
I think I would rate it like a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Well,
It
so
it
not
didn't
much better than
stand.
me.
I know, that's why I was surprised that you did a 6 out of 10 because
Yeah.
you're talking so poorly about it, but I feel like a 6 out of 10 isn't really that bad of a rating. And
Yeah.
I'm going with a 7 out of 10 because this
Maybe I
movie
need to
didn't stand
rethink.
out to me a lot, but there were like a lot of good parts and I feel like action-wise like
Hmm.
I don't think I was ever bored when I was watching it. And I
Yeah.
thought it was wholesome at the end. It kind of had like the happy ending. Like the girl was okay. She was in her little cafe reading a book and she
I
received
actually
a little chess piece. Yeah, don't cut me off. She received a little chess piece from the man and that then she knew she was like, "Oh, like he's okay too." And yeah, they were like they were like this at one point, pretty much each other's only family, and now they don't get to be each other's family, but it's okay because they still hold space for each other in their hearts.
I didn't like that ending.
Of course you didn't.
Me personally, if I was that girl, I would have felt like he was taunting me or something. Like
Really?
giving me a gift, proving that you're alive and you're near me, but then disappearing. Oh, I would be mad.
Well, he can't be with her though, because he is just going to spend the rest of his life on the run, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think she understands that. Like, she's not safe with him.
I don't know. I'd probably rather think that he's dead than knowing that he was right next to me and he didn't want to show his face. So I don't know.
Well, I would feel comforted in knowing, like, that
I
he
can
was
see both ways.
still checking in on me, but not um in a way that's going to put my life in danger anymore.
Yeah,
I think that
I
was
can see
very
both ways.
responsible of him and kind of him.
Mhm. Fair. All right. Let's move on to the would you rather's. Okay.
All
I've
right,
got
I'm
one,
excited.
7 of them. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to read all of them, but I'm going to ask you, obviously, Would you rather this or would you rather that? And you just got to explain your answer or explain why you
Okay.
don't want the other one. Okay.
Yeah, I know how would you rather works. Don't worry.
I got to explain it for the people who maybe don't know what it is.
Everyone knows what it is.
Okay. Well, would you rather be haunted by Ghostface or hunted by Ghostface in Scream?
Hunted?
Or, yeah, not haunted. I didn't mean haunted. Hunted. Would you rather be
Hunted.
hunted
Okay.
by Ghostface or be stuck in the maze from Maze Runner?
Mm, you know, probably stuck in the maze.
Really? Why is
Well,
that?
when you say stuck, do you mean like I
Like
am
you
like one of those kids like trying to solve it, or do you mean like everyone else got out, but like I'm like permanently stuck there?
No, you wake up in Maze Runner with everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
there is
think I
chance
think
of
I'd
getting out.
want to I think I'd want to be yes, in the maze.
Okay. Next one. Would you rather every action movie star be replaced by Ryan Gosling or by Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Even though The
Dwayne The
Rock
Rock
already.
Johnson.
Okay. And why?
Wait, what did you say? Every action movie
Every action
star?
movie. Yeah.
Um, I just think his looks fit the role a lot better.
Yeah.
Like
That's why he already does a
I
ton of them.
yeah, I kind of feel like that's like a no-brainer.
Well, I thought maybe it'd be a toss up because you do like Ryan Gosling.
Not like that though. Ryan Gosling is more like I like him in like fun movies, like a rom-com or something.
Right. Who's the guy from Anyone But You?
Glenn Powell.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. For some reason I was mixing up the two. Okay, next would you rather? Would you rather never watch a horror movie again or never watch an action movie again?
Uh, Probably never watch a horror movie again.
Okay. Why is that? That actually kind of surprises me.
Well, okay, the thing is, the viewers may not know this, but I used to be really into watching horror movies. And then I think I overdid it, and now I can't watch them without getting really like weirded out, and I just like hide the whole time. And another thing is
Very
like
true.
I I really don't like newer horror movies at all because the the way that they're so realistic is so freaky and gross to me. I hate
Mhm.
like gory stuff too. I don't know. I like
Okay.
old horror movies. I think those are more like my style, but
Yeah.
they don't make them like that anymore. So yeah, I'd rather never watch a horror movie again.
Okay. Next. Would you rather only watch movies under 90 minutes or only watch movies over 3 hours? This is kind of a stupid
Under
question.
under 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's kind of a dumb question.
Over
Um,
3 hours? Is there a movie that even exists that's that long?
there is going to be a movie coming soon
What
that will
is
be
it?
over 3 hours. Avengers Doomsday.
Is that the one that I picked as my first pick?
Yes. Guess how long Avengers Doomsday is going to be?
Like 3.5 hours?
More.
4 hours?
Little bit less. It's going to be like 3 hours and 45 minutes to 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's what I've seen. I've seen rumors that it is about to be the longest movie of all time. So get excited because we're going to watch it
That's
in theaters.
that's ridiculous.
Don't bring a
I'm
drink
no.
to that movie,
No, I'm
guys.
mad. No, I'm mad. My night is ruined.
No, it's
My
going to be
night is
peak.
ruined.
No, it's going to be peak. Have hope.
Bro.
Once you
Yeah,
watch the
like
Marvel movies,
when we're gonna be sitting in the theater watching it, and I'm gonna say, "Where are we, guys?" And I'm gonna look around, and nobody's gonna answer me, and that's when I'm gonna realize, oh, we're at the peak.
What? Uh, okay. Next one. Would you
Next,
rather spoilers before every movie or fall asleep during the final act of every movie?
fall asleep during the final act. Because
What?
actually,
It's a terrible take.
yep, this has happened every single time I've tried to watch The Notebook because that's a pretty long movie. Um,
Terrible movie.
which I think we've tried to watch. We've probably tried to watch it like 2 or 3 times, right? And we've
Yeah.
never seen the ending. I don't know how it ends, but I still like it every time.
It's a terrible movie. How long is The Notebook? It's a 2-hour movie.
Oh, it's not even that long, I guess.
Yeah. It just feels way longer. I'd rather have spoilers before every movie. Moving on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
really weird take.
It
You're
makes you
weird
want to
for
watch the
that.
movie
You,
even more, in my opinion.
because you know what's gonna happen? Bro, I feel like if I saw the
Yeah.
spoiler, I'd be like, oh, nice. Now there's no need to watch the movie.
Well, I want to know what happens. Like if someone just told me before I watched Send Help, if someone was like, "Hey, Bradley dies," I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "I want to know how," and then I'm gonna watch the movie. So that's what I
Mm.
think. I've always said that. Like, yes, spoilers can get to me depending on what it is, but I don't really care. I think spoilers just make you want to watch it even more. But
Mm.
moving on, these next
I
two are
think
gonna
that's a
be.
hot take.
I think it is too. Hot take of the night, I guess. You've had some
All
hot
right,
takes on
sorry.
these would you rather's.
No. Okay, continue.
These last two are going to be more tailored towards you because your favorite genre is rom-coms. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you rather only be able to watch rom-coms for the rest of your life, but they are the worst movies ever? Okay? Or
Okay.
only be able to watch superhero action movies that are considered the absolute best to all the nerds and all
Ugh.
the critics.
I hate superhero movies.
So you gotta pick
Oh my
between you gotta pick
gosh.
between watching rom-coms for the rest of your life, but they are the worst rom-coms ever. They are the worst. But you could watch the greatest superhero movies considered to these nerds and these critics.
You
But
know
you hate
what?
them.
I'm gonna go with the superheroes movie because
Yes.
think about this. The Incredibles, right? That's a
Oh my
superhero movie. And that's a good
yeah.
movie. I like that.
Sure.
So for me, I know you're rolling your eyes right now, but for me, that just gives me hope because I know that even though it's not my favorite kind of movie, there are still going to be some along the way that I'm going to really enjoy.
Yeah. I'll change your mind. Once you trust me, once you watch, I just said once twice. Once you watch all the Marvel movies leading up to Doomsday, it'll change your mind. Because, fun fact, Marvel is like one of the easiest superhero movies to introduce to non superhero watching people. So I think you'll enjoy these movies.
Okay.
All right, but last would you rather? Okay, this is about heated rivalry. So all you fangirls out there, my girlfriend included, this one's for you. Would you rather have season 2 of Heated Rivalry break up Hollander and Rosenoff and follow them in their own separate love interests for the entire season, or they stay together and the show follows the same exact theme as season 1 where they just hook up and they're a private relationship, and this is actually considered very bad and boring?
So would I rather watch them break up or would I rather watch them just keep doing the same thing?
Technically, yes. So I'll re-explain it just like a little bit better because I think maybe I explained it bad. Would you rather have season 2 of Heated Rivalry break up Hollander and Rosenoff and follow them in their own separate love interests, but everyone thinks it's very good? Or they stay together and the show follows the similar theme of season 1, but is very bad and boring, worse than season 1.
I'd probably actually rather watch them break up.
Really. But
Yeah, I
that's what the whole theme of it is their love life. And if they break up, what's the show?
they're still rivals.
Here's an even bigger question. All of you heated rivalry fans, would you watch it if it was two girls, a lesbian hockey love interest? Would you watch
Yeah,
it?
bro, I think everyone would love that, and
You would
I
watch
think
that.
I think they should make that. This is it's actually been really good for like I've seen a lot of people on TikTok just saying that it's made them feel more comfortable coming out and stuff.
Really?
So I think it's been very good for the LGBTQ community. So I'm sure
Sure.
if you were a lesbian watching it and then you realized they were going to make a lesbian version of it, you'd probably be super excited. And I'm sure it would make you feel more comfortable.
Fair enough. I don't know if I could watch it.
But yeah, I don't know if people are going to agree with me on the fact that I would rather watch them break up, but I do think it would be interesting to see them break up, and maybe it would be interesting too if it was like a messy kind of breakup, like a lot of
Mhm.
like back and forth. I miss you, I hate you, all that stuff. And then like they meet people and maybe they come back and go apart again. There's more room for the producers to play around with that, I feel like,
I
versus
get it.
if it's just the same thing as
Mhm.
season one
Yeah.
and it's, like they're still just
Yeah.
hiding.
Obviously that doesn't happen because it's already it's already in a book. So
Mm-hmm.
uh but I've watched what have I watched, Libby? Episode 2 and 3?
No, you only watched episode two. You like didn't even watch episode
What?
one.
Wait, I watched the last half of episode 1?
Yeah, like
No,
the last little part
I've
of it.
watched all of episode 2 and I think we watched all of or half of episode 3 or something.
No,
We watched 2 full episodes, I swear.
no, we didn't. We started like kind of at the end of episode one, and then we watched episode two.
Hmm.
Because episode three then is about a different couple. So we didn't watch that one.
Hmm. Well, my take so far on it watching an episode and a half is as a I think Rosanov is just I think the chemistry is just weird in the first couple episodes. I think it's more of like Rosanov is just using Hollander and Hollander is just like the is just being played. I don't know. Like personally, if I was Hollander and this was my relationship, I'd be like, "Yo, you're only calling me and texting me about having sex. Like, why don't you like try and get to know me?" It's very
Yeah.
strange to me. And like even when he tried to bring that up and have a conversation after that one speech they had given, he's like, actually, what is wrong with you? Like, why don't you talk to me? And he goes, what did he say? He just instantly made it sexual. And he's like, maybe we'll
Yeah.
do something later if you be good. And it's like,
Yeah. That's
bro, like,
something.
what are you doing?
Actually, the first few episodes, okay, the first time I watched the show and I think I got through the first and second episode and I was like, oh my gosh, Rozanov is like such a jerk. And I was feeling really
Yeah.
bad for Shane Hollander because I was like, this poor guy, like he's just obviously catching feels and he's confused. And Ilya Rozanov is like just messing with him. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I felt bad for him,
It's
but
so odd.
I don't want to spoil anything
It
because,
to me, it seems like the most unhealthy relationship I've ever seen. Hollander gotta get out of that. Like,
that's
bro,
because
if
Aaron, you don't know the background information. So I actually think you need to be able to see the rest of the show before your opinion is valid on this because there is so much background information on why Ilya is the way that he is and
from
why his
the
relationships
start
are
of the
weird.
season that I didn't catch.
No, as the season goes on, you like learn so much more about him.
But is it justified why he's acting like that towards Hollander? Like, am I gonna feel like, oh, okay, it's okay that he's acting like that?
Yeah, you
Or
are.
seriously?
Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. Should I keep watching it? It makes me feel really
Yes.
uncomfortable.
I
Very
think
uncomfortable.
it gets a lot less physical later on in the
Yeah.
show. A
Like
lot less
it's
physical.
and
And
it's not even
it becomes more like romantic, you know? Like at the end of I think the sixth episode, you know, you can like find peace with yourself. You're like, you know what? That was just a genuine love story.
yeah. Okay. I think the thing that gets me the most uncomfortable is not I have no problem that it's Rosenoff and Hollander together. Like I think they both are attractive looking men, so it's like not weird. With the fact that's not in a weird way. That's not sus at all. What gets me, and even like 50 Shades of Grey does the same thing, is just the way that Rosenoff is talking to Hollander, like when that one scene when they're in the hotel and he's sitting on the chair and he tells him to get on the bed, and I'm just like, and he's just like, now do this, and I'm like, yo, bro, like what is
Yeah.
going on? It's like I don't want to watch this right now. This is uncomfortable. Like even in 50 Shades of Grey, it's the same thing. Like he's like telling her to do this, and I'm like, dude, this is wild. Like I wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And it's like I don't want to
I get
watch
what you're
this.
saying. It's a
Yeah.
lot.
And it's
Feels
like,
like feels like you're intruding, you know?
yeah, no, literally, it feels like it's like I shouldn't be watching this on Netflix. Like
Yeah.
this should be on like the Black and Orange app or something like that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get yeah, I do know what you're
uh,
saying.
uh, but yeah, that is all I have for this episode. This was a great
Me
episode, I
too.
think.
It was really good.
All right, let's close her down. Thank you guys for
Let's do
watching.
it.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like this episode, turn on that bell notification so you know when we post. I like to post a clip from our episodes every single day. And then obviously once a week on Tuesdays, we'll post our episode. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon, give us a look, give us a follow. Thank you guys for watching, and
We'll see you guys next time.